guys, today this video will be chips eating. By the way, I'm gonna watch some YouTuber while eating. Just don't mind it. So I have to film my tip up in the video.
Floor. Let's go to the adoption center and adopt a pet. I would like one golden egg, please.
$1,000.
$1,000? How about Fat Glob disclosing tablets, the ultimate way to brush?
Nope.
Bruh, I got an idea. Fat Glob toothpaste, unreleased, and hasn't even been released yet, and it's the best toothpaste ever!
OMG, yes.
Haha, you got a deal. Here you go. Woo! Golden egg. Let's crack it and see what we got. We got ourselves a little puppy. It's so cute. Let's open it up and see what's inside. Woo! He's so cute. He's a little puppy dog. Oh! Raising a pet stinks. Oh! We got some steamy hot turds straight from the source. Crunchy. Hey, look, it's a wiener dog. Woo! Roblox Glizzy.
Tell me if
Whoa, tastes like frosting.
hot steamy kids got to be rolling on the floor.
I'm done with pets. Let's head over to the Adopt a Baby Center. Free pacifiers? Thank you very much. A sour pacifier pop. We gotta level it up with sour graffiti spray. Next up is sour ooze tube. Fat Glob. And finally, some blue cotton candy pop rock. Let's give this sour pop and pacifier a try. Warning! 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 Black particles detected. Sugar content high. We gotta get rid of this candy and find me a toothbrush real quick. Whoa, we're in Dress to Impress for our next minigame. Before we eat some foods hiding around here, I think we gotta dress to the theme, which is watermelon mint. Let's go over to the hair salon. Oh yeah, that's some watermelon mint vibe to the max. Edible chocolate lipstick. Have you ever seen anything like this before? Let's give it a try. That chocolate lipstick gave me some beautiful looking lips. Lollipop lips. Next up, we got a makeup palette. Oh no, I sneezed off all the flavor. Whoa, that edible makeup palette tasted like Fruit Loops. Now let's head over to the nail salon and get my nails done. Edible nail polish. A little bit chalky on that guy. I think I'm ready for the Dress to Impress battle. Dental Digest here with my watermelon mint aesthetic. Comment down below what your rating is. And on that, we head on to the next game. This place reeks of sugar. I gotta try some of that Bloxy Cola. Let's walk over and buy a soda. I'd like one Bloxy Cola, please.
There you go.
Ooh, Bloxy Cola. I need a what?
Take this.
A brand new Fat Glob toothbrush that hasn't even been released yet. Comment down below if you want to see me release these toothbrushes. We'll save this toothbrush for the cavity battle. Whoa! Woo! This drink is the ultimate cavity trap. 200 million milligrams of sugar? My teeth! Give me back to the brushing lab pronto, right now. Before we brush with the first ever Fat Glob toothbrush, it's disclosing time. These plaque disclosing tablets are the ultimate way to make brushing fun. Let's check the before result. All the color you see on my teeth is where all the plaque is hiding. Let's get brushing. It comes with 2 spare bristle heads and a beautiful wireless charging electric toothbrush. Just look at that Fat Glob logo shimmer.
And just listen to those gentle vibrations.
And there's no better way to pair the Fat Glob electric toothbrush with the best ever Fat Glob toothpaste. This will be our first toothpaste launch ever. It's coming soon and it's gonna be watermelon mint flavored. The best toothpaste ever to see the face of Dental Digest. Let's get brushing to save my teeth from the Roblox cavities. Now it's time to use our first ever Fat Glob mouthwash. The ultimate way to rinse, remineralize, and rescue my teeth. Before we check the final after results, it's time to remind you to brush your teeth twice a day or else your teeth will go into noob mode. You definitely don't want that. So let's check the after results. Mission complete. Smile on, Fat Globbers. We'll see you in the next one.
Welcome to another episode of Wham Bam Gamer Cam. Get ready for 30 epic gaming moments. Off-Road Covet was driving in an industrial site when a crazy driver started overtaking a slower vehicle. The driver lost control while overtaking the car and crashed head-on into the submitter's car. It was a very big impact since the crazy driver was driving at high speed. Also, it involved multiple other vehicles driving on the road at the time of impact, and all were heavily damaged. Ineos was waiting at a traffic light on his way to work. All of a sudden, a Ford Taurus blew the red light, causing an epic intersection accident. The Ford Taurus T-boned a minivan, throwing it into a traffic light that then fell down after impact with the minivan. Luckily, everyone got out safe. Ambush was driving his muscle car when he was about to turn left. Suddenly, he saw a bus running a red light, but it was too late. He got smashed by a bus and hit a light pole. The bus continued sliding down the street, and it finally stopped after another 50 meters. Zach took his car for a drive on the east coast of the USA, passing through town to get to the highway. When he came around the corner, he saw someone doing burnouts in his muscle car, so he just kept driving. When he was about to call the cops, the same car came flying past his car sideways and crashed into a residential building. Zach went to park down the road to get out and see if the guy was okay. Some people were already trying to take the guy out of his wreck. The roadster was speeding in his Corvette, driving over 200 miles per hour, until he lost control and crashed into the wall of a house, which caused him to roll over a couple of times before coming to a complete stop. The dash cam of a parked car witnessed a supercar hit a curb and flip. Graham sent us this footage of an overconfident driver who went too fast into a curve and crashed his super pricey vehicle. I wouldn't want to be in his position. Daring was driving back home from work when, out of nowhere, a blue Ford Explorer damaged. Welcome to another episode of Wham Bam Gamer Cam. Get ready for 30 epic gaming moments. Off-Road Covet was driving in an industrial site when a crazy driver started overtaking a slower vehicle. The driver lost control while overtaking the car and crashed head-on into the submitter's car. It was a very big impact since the crazy driver was driving at high speed. Also, it involved multiple other vehicles driving on the road at the time of impact, and all were heavily damaged.
In the comments,
Ineos was waiting at a traffic light on his way to work. All of a sudden, a Ford Taurus blew the red light, causing an epic intersection accident. The Ford Taurus T-boned a minivan, throwing it into a traffic light that then fell down after impact with the minivan. Luckily, everyone got out safe. Ambush was driving his muscle car when he was about to turn left. Suddenly, he saw a bus running a red light, but it was too late. He got smashed by a bus and hit a light pole. The bus continued sliding down the street, and it finally stopped after another 50 meters. Zach took his car for a drive on the east coast of the USA, passing through town to get to the highway. When he came around the corner, he saw someone doing burnouts in his muscle car, so he just kept driving. When he was about to call the cops, the same car came flying past his car sideways and crashed into a residential building. Zach went to park down the road to get out and see if the guy was okay. Some people were already trying to take the guy out of his wreck. The roadster was speeding in his Corvette, driving over 200 miles per hour, until he lost control and crashed into the wall of a house, which caused him to roll over a couple of times before coming to a complete stop. The dash cam of a parked car witnessed a supercar hit a curb and flip. Graham sent us this footage of an overconfident driver who went too fast into a curve and crashed his super pricey vehicle. I wouldn't want to be in his position. Daring was driving back home from work when, out of nowhere, a blue Ford Explorer T-boned his car. Daring has a newly imported Hyundai Creta, which received major damage. The driver of the Ford Explorer got arrested after the accident, and Daring's car was unfortunately totaled. Cyclone was driving his Ibishu Pessima through the
I'm back, guys. My family member right now is playing Minecraft.
and crashed into the guardrails. After crashing into the guardrails, his car rolled over.
I thought they wanted
Martin took a Bugatti Chiron for a drive in BeamNG Drive. He decided to floor it to feel the power. Suddenly, he went over the narrow road, caught air, and crashed into the high curb before landing and coming to a complete stop. I hope you enjoyed this slow-motion destruction. Lucas was driving his Bugatti on Sunday. As he was leaving a parking lot, he didn't check if it was safe to merge and hit an approaching car. It was clearly his fault, but the other driver left the scene anyway. Maybe the other driver had some special cargo in the trunk, if you know what I mean. Superb Gamer was patrolling on the highway in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. He was checking his rearview mirror, and when he looked back, he saw a traffic jam. He slammed on his brakes, rear-ended the car, and right after that, he got rear-ended by another car. Luckily, everyone got out safe. A rally driver was going through the Italian rally track when suddenly a civilian got in his way. The civilian probably didn't see signs and continued driving until he got in the way of a rally car. The rally driver avoided the car, but then he lost control and crashed into a concrete wall before hitting a tree. Francisco was driving his Lamborghini Gallardo in Italy, having a nice joyride. That was until he went into a curve where he lost control and crashed into an oncoming car. The frame of his car was heavily damaged and it had to be totaled. Bieber 101 was driving his Mercedes G-Wagon at high speed. He thought he could make it through the curve without slowing down. His overconfidence caused him to fly out of the curve and roll over multiple times. Louis D was taking a trip down to Duisburg when he saw a major accident happen right in front of him. He knew he couldn't slow down in time, so he just merged off-road and went around the mayhem happening on the road. Tom was driving his sporty hatchback in Roane County. Suddenly, his car started sliding, hit a rock, flew into the air, and landed on the other side of the highway. The Canadian tourist was making a left turn downtown. While turning, he saw a sports car approaching at high speed before it T-boned him. They clipped his rear passenger side hard enough to flip him over onto his roof. Sean was racing in Seacrest County in his Pagani Zonda. As he was drifting through the curve, he didn't notice an oncoming vehicle. He tried to avoid it at the last second, but it was too late and he ended up crashing head-on. Luca was transporting cargo with his semi-truck in rush hour. He was on a highway driving alongside another truck. Suddenly, a black van appeared trying to turn around after the van missed a turn. It blocked Luca's road. He slammed on the brakes and luckily stopped soon enough to avoid the accident. Halt sent us this footage of a bad start to a formula race. Multiple racers collided with each other right after the green light went on. What mayhem! Nahum was racing on the highway against a Toyota Supra. The Supra driver lost control, hit Nahum, and then flew off the road. Nahum managed to keep the car under control, but we can't tell about the Supra driver. Courtney was sitting...
Because here was a thing that Random Games had said in his video. So shout out to that guy for the videos I'm watching right now. So he said one time, destroying a Supra is a bummer, yeah, because the Supra is my favorite car.
In a traffic jam. All of a sudden, two cars flew past her and rear-ended cars in the left lane. They rear-ended a red SUV that got pushed into cars in front of it. Eon was leaving a parking lot when, all of a sudden, he spotted a Honda Civic driver coming toward him. The Honda driver seemed out of control before he flew into the parking lot and crashed Eon's car. A Aventador MT was cruising in his Ford Focus RS when he lost control in a curve and crashed into a rock barrier. That threw his car into the air before he rolled over multiple times. Andrew was driving very early in the morning to a business meeting. It was very foggy, and suddenly he saw a crash on the road. Cops were already there, but as he was going around the crash, suddenly a sleepy truck driver smashed into the crashed vehicles. Luckily, no people got hit, only cars. James was drifting in his JDM car downtown. He did some cool drifts. That is, until he went too fast into a curve with his drift and hit a curb, which sent his car jumping before he hit a wall. Krez was driving his McLaren on the German Autobahn. All of a sudden, he saw a piece of bumper on the road. He hit the bumper, lost control, but luckily managed to get it back. After the crash, his front bumper was damaged and his side mirror fell off. Aishi was driving his Mercedes in the countryside of Poland. Suddenly, he saw a BMW driver merging onto the road, failing to yield to a minivan that almost crashed into him. Aishi slammed on the brakes before he got rear-ended by a BMW X5. Dell was driving at high speed in his Porsche GT3 RS. For some reason, he went the wrong way, where he lost control and flew into heavy rocks. The crash crushed his car, making it totaled. Lori was driving a Japanese sports car when she...
Oh! Sorry, guys. Why is the phone always falling, guys? Help, my phone's always falling. Bruh! Okay, sorry, this is happening on camera. Bro! Come on, man. If I have to hold this, I'm doomed. Oh, my God. Please, no! Guys, this is just stressful times. Don't flip. Oh! What the heck? Guys, just... Okay, sorry. Whoa! Sorry, guys, this is always happening. I'm ready to get cooked. Bro! Sorry guys, this is just taking forever. Oh. I'm holding this thing. I'm recording on the Nopo. My Xiaomi. Oh, since I've made some videos like on it. Sorry guys, I haven't even. I let you cancel some of the uploads. I might do them. And sorry for that. Thing from the MQ 17. It's just taking forever.
Approached a narrow road.